My father wasn't a rich man, but he worked hard all his life. He built a small business, saved money, and bought a piece of land in our hometown. He always said, "When I'm gone, this land and business will be your future. Share it equally, respect each other, and keep the family united." I believed him. I trusted my older brother, Farhan, to honor those words. After all, he was the responsible one, the one my parents always relied on. But when my father passed away, grief quickly turned into betrayal. Instead of sharing everything equally, Farhan secretly changed documents, bribed officials, and transferred most of the property into his own name. When I confronted him, he laughed in my face. "Father trusted me because he knew you couldn't handle responsibility. Take what little I've given you and be grateful." His generosity was insulting. Out of a business and land worth millions, he gave me almost nothing. My mother was too broken to fight. Other relatives whispered but stayed silent. For months, I lived in humiliation, watching him enjoy the wealth that was supposed to be ours equally. But betrayal cuts deep, and I wasn't going to let him get away with it. Instead of shouting, I became quiet. Farhan thought I had given up. He boasted in family gatherings about his hard work and success. But behind the scenes, I started digging. I collected old documents my father had signed. I tracked the timeline of when Farhan miraculously transferred ownership. I spoke to workers in my father's business who admitted Farhan forced them to sign false statements. It took me months, but piece by piece, I built my case. One morning, Farhan received a notice from court I had filed an inheritance dispute. At first, he treated it like a joke. He even called me, "Do you really think you can win against me? I have lawyers, money, and contacts. You have nothing." But in the courtroom, arrogance means nothing against evidence. I presented the documents, witnesses, and even a handwriting expert who proved that my father's will had been altered after his death. The judge was furious. The final verdict shocked the entire family. The property and business were to be divided equally between us, exactly as my father had wished. Farhan was fined for fraud and forgery. His reputation, once admired in the family, was destroyed. But the sweetest part, his greed had made him borrow heavily against the business, thinking he would own it all. Now, with only half left, he struggled to pay debts. Meanwhile, my share clean, legal, and debt-free allowed me to expand the business honestly. For years, Farhan had looked down on me, treating me like I was nothing. But in the end, his greed became his downfall. Relatives who once sided with him now whispered behind his back. He tried to cheat his own brother, and look where it got him, and me. I didn't just get revenge. I got justice for myself, for my father's memory, and for the values he taught us. Greed can make even family turn into enemies. But betrayal only wins when you give up. Farhan thought money and power made him untouchable. But in the end, truth, patience, and determination